Welcome back. 3 days after that mass shooting at a Walmart in Virginia, employees who narrowly escaped are speaking out. Investigators today releasing new information about the weapon the alleged gunman used as they continue to search for a motive. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest from Washington.
Survivors of the mass shooting at a Virginia Walmart still in shock, processing the horrifying scene at their workplace when a gunman opened fire.
Even when I sleep, like it still plays bits and pieces. So I can't run away from it. Like, I had to sit there on the floor and in front of me watch my coworker have her last moments.
Jessie Wilczewski says her life was spared because she'd only been working at the Walmart 5 days when Tuesday night her manager, Andre Bing, allegedly went on a shooting spree.
He had the gun pointed at me, and then he went like this and put the gun up, and then he just looked at me and said, "Jessie, go home."
6 employees were killed: Lorenzo Gamble, Brian Pendleton, Kelly Pyle, Randall Blevins, Tanika Johnson, and a 16-year-old now identified as Fernando Chavez Barron. Today, Chesapeake police confirming Bing used a 9mm handgun that was legally purchased from a local store the morning of the shooting. Authorities also say they found a box of ammunition and various items in reference to the handgun after searching Bing's home. Bing had worked at the Walmart since 2010, fellow employees describing him as a loner who sometimes clashed with colleagues.
As the search for a motive continues, Chesapeake police say they found a note on Bing's phone referring to killing himself and others, complaining about coworkers, and referencing religion. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
In international news, truck drivers in South Korea are on strike for a second time in less than a year. With fuel costs soaring, they're calling for the government to keep a minimum pay system that expires at the end of the year. They also want to expand benefits for truckers in other industries. This strike threatens to disrupt manufacturing and fuel supplies in the world's 10th largest economy. In other international news, new satellite pictures showed the damage flash flooding and heavy rain caused in Australia last week. The Central West region got pounded with homes and businesses underwater. The Lachlan River also hit a 70-year high with water spilling across into a nearby farm. And in national news, the Federal Aviation Administration is investigating a plane door that fell into a Nevada parking lot. That happened just after 8 a.m. last Friday. The FAA says the baggage compartment door fell from a single-engine plane after it took off from the Henderson Executive Airport. No injuries or damage were reported on the ground. Millions of Americans on the move this weekend. Airports saw almost 10 million passengers this weekend. Nearly 50 more million others hit the road. But we're learning about a pair of storms that could complicate their trips back home. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has more.
This morning, holiday air travel is back in full swing.
I knew it would be the busiest, but I still have to make the trip.
TSA has screened more than 9.5 million passengers since Sunday, back to near pre-pandemic levels. Some airports surpassing those benchmarks.
When it comes to Thanksgiving holiday travel, Houston Airports has seen a larger crowd than it did in 2019.
And after a chaotic spring and summer with major disruptions and a slew of cancellations, less than 200 flights were canceled over the past 2 days. But delays were still a problem for some families trying to avoid the travel crunch by flying on Thanksgiving Day. Things didn't quite go as planned.
It was actually pretty bad because it was delayed for hours.
And it's not just the skies. Nearly 49 million Americans hitting the roads. Despite record-breaking costs at the pump, gas prices at the highest we've ever seen for Thanksgiving.
I filled up my car, I think before I came up here, it was $5.40 something cents. And that was even cheaper for me. And this is $4.19. So I was like, this is crazy.
But as travelers make their return journeys, 2 storm systems could complicate things. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Coming up, rapper Kanye West makes headlines again. Find out what he's accused of doing to Adidas employees and why the company is now getting backlash. And it's the season of giving, and ABC4 News is helping the Toys for Tots collect donations to brighten the holiday for Utah kids in need. You can drop off new, unwrapped toys to any Papa Murphy's location or right here at ABC4 News Station. That's going on until December 18th. Stay with us. We'll be right back.